Hi, welcome in. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 7+ business line of credit programs to take a great look at so you can continue to build, grow, expand, and even get out of a tight pinch within your business. But before I get started, if this is the first time you're watching me, my name is Michael from Viral Funding Solutions, and I come out with videos exactly like this on alternative lending, all small business loans, cash advances, credits, and different opportunities for you to take advantage of online. So if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Click that bell notification icon right next to it so you don't miss any future videos I come out with. Now, the first one we have is GoKapital. Now, this is one I highly recommend, and I've helped plenty of businesses get funding through, not only with a business line of credit, but they also offer things like a merchant cash advance, startup business loans, small business loans, personal loans, unsecured business term loans, equipment financing and leasing, SBA loans, as well as real estate financing for those of you who are real estate investors or are thinking about getting into it. If you want to understand more about the whole GoKapital program as a whole, then look down below in the description box. There will be a complete review video I've done on GoKapital on all their services, as well as I've done some specifically like in real estate financing, SBA, and a few other ones as well. Now, what they have in their business line of credit that they bring to the table, as opposed to some of the other ones I'm going to show you, is high performance. And they really do take care of their small business owners when it comes to getting funding, the way they communicate with you, the type of funding they can get you, not only with the business line of credit and all other ones, but also how much they can approve you for. So here are the step-by-step processes. Number one, easy online application. You fill out their online application form and we will have an answer for you in 24 hours or less. And I'll leave that application form down below in the description, should be one of the very first links. So make sure to check that out. Step two, you receive your offer, define what you are agreeing to, rates, terms, etc. Step three, you accept your loan. You only pay for the funds you use. And I'll show you how the application looks like in a moment, but let's continue down this page. So with an unsecured business line of credit, if you are really unsure of what that is, it's basically where you don't get a lump sum like in a cash advance. And what you're getting is, let's say you get approved for 150 out of 250,000 is what you can get up to. So out of that 150,000, you say, I only want to use 10,000 for the month of March during a certain season. And you're like, well, I don't want to use the whole amount. I just want to use a little bit of that 150,000. And I only want to pay interest on what I take out of my account. That's what a business line of credit is. It's a revolving line of credit. You get money out of it. You pay only interest on that for a certain amount of time. Usually it's a short-term thing, like say it's a 12 months, it can be even a little bit longer, but that's what you'll see and expect. And it's unlike a merchant cash advance, and I believe it's better at times than that. And even a credit card, maxing out credit cards and doing certain other activities, and even a personal loan in that direction in some cases as well. But that's what can happen. You can take a certain amount out and use it for a certain season. Maybe you have some emergency funds, you need it for cash flow in a couple of months, the heavy winters, if you're in trucking or whatever industry that may be, and it can apply to anything. So that's what you can do. Loan amounts, they're from 20,000 to 250,000. The terms are 6 to 12 months, very common. Short, minimum credit score, that's the 630 is what you need to have with your FICO there. Pay only for the money that you use, fast and easy online application, 24-hour approval, and within 1 to 3 days of funding, deposited into your account. So again, you can power your business forward and use that money however you would like to use it, for repairs, cash flow, emergency funds, new equipment, payroll, marketing, and so much more. We lend in all 50 states and in Canada. So I know some people will come to me and say, well, I'm from Canada. Does this apply to me? And there are times where I've had to say no in the very beginning of this, but this is available to Canada. Early payment discounts, you save on interest that way. Interest rates from 3% to 18%. So that is very reasonable. It is low, and it's not to say that it's too much, but that depends on your factors like creditworthiness and time in business, revenue, and little things like that that we'll go through in the approval process. So I've explained to you what really a business line of credit is and how it's revolving, and how, you know, you can't always get these through a traditional bank. And if you're tired of that, getting declined time and time again, you can't reach deeper into your savings, or you can't turn to your friends and family help anymore, then a business line of credit can help, as well as other loan solutions that GoKapital offers, and I've already released on this channel that I'll leave to down below in the description. So requirements: time in business, we require 1 year minimum. The monthly revenue, it's 20K average. Business bank statements, 6 months. Very crucial, because we want to be able to see the amount of cash deposits. We want to know what type of revenue and how, when you factor in the credit side of you're making your payments on time, how much are you taking on, how much utilization, these things very much go into an account. And also, if you're not building business credit yet, it is very important for things like business lines of credit and other forms of financing. Not to say it is as heavily influenced. However, if you're not building business credit, I'll leave information on how you can get started down below in the description. Have a few video content on that and some training you can pick up that I've used myself to build my own business credit in my own businesses. And I get the feeling, being frustrated, not knowing where to turn to. You have all these people. You probably get people who try to phone you, call you, and you don't even answer. You know what's happening already. But this is one way to go with GoKapital. Highly recommend you go through them, and I'll be here every step of the way to help you. And again, the application down below. So overdrafts less than 5 negative days per month, minimum credit score of a 630 application process. I've more or less gone through that already. How they work: with the revolving line of credit, you can borrow money to even out your cash flow, repay it, and you reuse it as long as you don't go over your credit limit. If you use it wisely, a line of credit is a flexible financing tool that can help you grow your business, pay bills, cover payroll, or make short-term investments. It's a good idea to get a revolving LOC, line of credit, even if you're not going to use it right away. As I mentioned earlier, seasonal, you have emergency funds, you have cash flow, things that prepare you for the heavier times. Remember that the ideal time to apply for business funding is when you don't need it and when you're desperately looking for capital. So a small business line of credit versus a term loan, I won't go into this because we have a few other ones to go to, but I do want to say this. Is that with an LLC, borrowers can withdraw the amount of capital that they consider necessary to cover their business's needs and pay interest only on that portion of the money, as opposed to a lump sum, even if it's short-term or long-term. And then there's unsecured and secure lines of credit, and just a little bit more of that information in here. Okay, so that will cover the first one. I know I spent a good amount of time on there. Thank you for being here with me. Now, the second one I have on my list, and I've written them here, so I know we're going by order. Don't think that by any means like 1, 2, 3 is exactly like 1 being the best, 2 being the second best, but more or less it is in that direction. Just know that it also depends on your needs and your like little things like time in business, how much credit line you want, maybe the type of an industry, which program serves best for that, and so forth. But for the most part, all programs do a very good job at serving just about all industries. So we have Bluevine here as our second one. Better banking for your business, easy checking, lending, and bill pay solutions. And you've likely heard of this one. I've done an independent review. I'll link to down below in the description so you can see the full one. Save on fees, earn more interest. You get an easy all-in-one platform built for small business service you can trust. And then flexible funding solutions, easy access to revolving line of credit, manage your funds and payments from one online account. Get a credit decision in as little as 5 minutes. You can see the dashboard on the back end there. We'll track all of these for you. And then simpler bill pay, make hassle-free bill payments anytime, anywhere, schedule payments anytime, pay by credit card, free up cash, no monthly fees at all. Now, there is a little bit of more information in here. Now let's go up to the top and go underneath business loans. You see they specialize in a line of credit. So we'll click here, we'll scroll down and show more of the requirements and things. Credit lines are up to 250,000. So is what you've seen with GoKapital. In the previous one, it's about the same thing, 250,000. Rates as low as 4.8%, excuse me. Less with GoKapital, I believe that still was at 3%, up to 18%. Approval as fast as 5 minutes, so more or less around the same time of approvals. Borrow, repay, repeat, funds available or on demand, access to a revolving line, only pay for what you use, financing that grows with you over time. So how Bluevine line of credit works. Number 1, you apply online, provide basic info about your business and get a decision in fast as 5 minutes. draw funds, request funds through your online dashboard and see them in your account within hours. And then you're going to make those repayments. So it's going to say here, pay back each draw with fixed months over or weekly payments over the 6 or 12 months. And then number 4, access more funds. As you pay off your balance, your available credit automatically will replenish. And I know I didn't go over the GoKapital credit line here, but let me show you very quickly what that application will look like once we come back here. And then we'll go underneath business loans, and all this stuff is down below in the description with the link so you can view more about it. So if we go there and we go apply now for a line of credit, it'll bring you to an application that looks like this more or less. So that again will be down below. I just wanted to quickly show this to you. You see that information being masked there from business owner to docs and confirmation. Very straightforward. And then we're back here with Bluevine. What you need to get started, a 600 plus FICO. So already, if we're talking about the FICO scores from just these two alone, we're looking at a 630 with GoKapital, and then you're looking at 30 points less than that at a 600 plus FICO. The minimum qualifications, instead of a 1 year with GoKapital, you have 6+ months in business, and then all that's required in monthly revenue is at 10,000 in monthly revenue. Business is operating or incorporated in an eligible U.S. state. So you can see the minimum qualifications are less than what GoKapital has. Doesn't mean it's any better, and doesn't mean it's much better. It just means that we also like working with a specific type of clients, and we want to make sure that you have a little bit stronger revenue, and that you have more of a minimum credit score to meet, which is great because it just raises the standards. And one like GoKapital is a great one to go to with more strength, as is somebody like Bluevine. Now, what you need to apply, basic details about you and your business, bank connection or year-to-date bank statements. And then you can see what people are saying. I searched far and wide to find an effective and simple business banking solution that met my business needs, and I found that in Bluevine. Now, we click here to get started. You can see how this looks. A little bit different than what you saw in the previous one with GoKapital, fast funding for your business, and then which financing type, and then you go through this form, fill it out, and go through the rest of the information there. Now, what do we have on our third one here? Okay, let's go ahead and move on from here and go on to number 3. By the way, let me know down below in the description, have you ever gone a business line of credit? What type of financing solution are you looking for? And how can I best help you? Now, number 3 on the list, we have On Deck. It's a very familiar one. I'm sure you've heard of it. A+ rating with the BBB, 13 billion delivered to businesses globally, a 4.9 out of 5 on Trustpilot. And their On Deck line of credit used for managing cash flow, such as buying inventory, making payroll, loan amounts from 6K to 100K. So you can see it's a less of a draw limit that you can get approved for, which the other ones we saw were about 150 more, 250,000 as opposed to 100K here, and from 6K to 100K. So some of the other ones had a minimum, more of a higher minimum, and you get a 12-month repayment term, resets after each withdrawal. So similarly, we see 6 to 12 months, 12-month here. You can see a common term, common way of going, but they have term loans as well within their business loans. But since we're focusing on business lines of credit, we'll do this. And I've done other separate videos on this, so I'll link to down below in the description. So revolving lines of credit, automatic weekly payments, instant funding, and consolidated payment for all withdrawals, make 1 weekly payment on all withdrawals, access more funds automatically, business credit building, help build your business's credit by making on-time payments, which will report to the credit bureau. So that's a great thing about getting a business line of credit. It'll help build your business credit profile. And this reporting to the Dun & Bradstreet, as well as the important ones, and getting your paydex score up and increasing the amount of trade lines you bring in is going to approve you for more funding. And that's kind of a little quote unquote secrets that you don't see, but I do, is like, hey, how much can you get approved for? If we look through the business, we look through the personal credit score, and we can see this information and make that validation that this is the amount that you can get approved for. And if we were to compare yours or somebody else's with another one and say, okay, well, this person only has 1 trade line, this person has 2 to 3 trade lines. Well, the one with the 2 to 3 trade lines, depending on where they're getting it from, they can usually get more funding. And there's a little bit more that goes behind all that. But if you want to, again, learn about business credit, down below in the description, there's more video content on that, and then some training that'll be very useful to you. So only pay for what you borrow, revolving credit, no premium payment penalties, transparent pricing. You can use their SmartBox Capital comparison tool to get a comprehensive breakdown of your line of credit's costs, including all the key terms you need to evaluate potential loan offers. So minimum requirements, we're seeing a similarity here with GoKapital at a 1 year time in business, and it's 6 months less than what we saw with Bluevine. And personal FICO score at 600, so we're seeing a less there. Business annual gross revenue at 100K. All right, so that's what we're looking at. A business checking account, yes, you're going to see this all across the board. There's no if and, but you have to have a business checking account. We need to see this. We need to see the deposits. We need to know what kind of cash flow is available, type of revenue. We need to know. We need to be able to match up all our information and be able to make sure this is legitimate. So step one, complete the application, get a decision, receive your funds. Ways to use a business line of credit, top ways. We know more or less how to use them, so we'll skip over that. I've already covered it. And just some of the things people are saying, we use the money from OnDeck to consolidate our business credit card debt, help maintain the inside of the building, and buy some computers. We also use the line of credit to pay off the maintenance fee for the air conditioning. So we've been able to use that funding to keep this business going and our business running efficiently. So you can see a little bit more things with the business term loan and so forth. Facts on them. What is this? What is a smart box? Just a few things. If you can get an increase based on your cash flow, net income, and payback history, you may be eligible for a credit line increase. All you need to do is call your dedicated loan advisor, which we'll have as well. And then how much does it cost? You can see some interest rates starting as 35.9% annual APRs. The total cost of your line of credit will vary based on a number of factors, including your personal and business credit scores, time in business, and annual revenue and cash flow. So I just mentioned building business credit is very, very important. And what these lenders will look at, and then when there's a full report done on this, you know, if it doesn't match up with what you're wanting, then you're going to get less or not even get any at all. So again, business credit, very important. Look down below in the description so you can learn more about how to get access to this. Now let's go with the next one on our list, and we are on Fundbox. This is another great company to go to. It's more of an advanced technology, more of an automated, streamlined process. It's that whole quote unquote future of business lines of credit with faster approvals and much more of a speedy process. Not to say it's the best, quote unquote, right? The best is subjective and perspective on you and what your business needs. So financing up to 150,000. So a little bit more than what we saw in the last, and then less than what we've seen in the first few with GoKapital and Bluevine, but you get 150,000 nonetheless to meet and move you forward. So manage accounts receivable, smooth out cash flow while you wait for your customers to pay, invest in growth, and then cover payroll as well as many more solutions. So we'll go into the business line of credit here just to show you. And I've done a review on Fundbox as well that I'll leave down below in the description so you can do more about this company. Now, how does it work? Now, we know how this works already. Applications are similar more or less across all of them, the type of information you'll be asked for. So, you know, just to make sure that's what you're getting. Do I qualify? So you're based in the US, so it's a little bit limited as opposed to the ones we saw previously, like with GoKapital, you can do more like in Canada and other places. So that might be an advantage there for you. 100,000 plus in annual revenue. So similar to what we just saw in the last one there. Ideally 6+ months in business. Okay, so we're seeing a commonality here. If it's not 1 year, it's 6 months, but it can fluctuate with different companies. And 600 plus personal FICO score, business checking account. And when I say fluctuating, I mean to say like when you're, depends on the program. Like that program will say, well, 1 month we accept 6+ months of that. No. So flexible payment solutions, you get FlexPay, gives you more ways to pay important business expenses. When a payment is due, we'll make the payment with your Flex account, giving you 3 extra business days to pay it with no fees. And trusted by the experts, you see from Trustpilot 4.8 out of 5. If expenses are coming up and we know these invoices are out there, Fundbox allows us to just go, yeah, let's just grab a little out here. It's a very efficient way for us to do business. We'll feel like we're not overextended and it keeps us on track. That's from Tammy from Masterworks Creative, and you can read the full story there. And there's just a little bit more of that information in there, but let's continue to move along here into our next one with Cabbage. So Cabbage is another company, and they're accepting American Express. I believe they still only work with people who have American Express. It's not available to just all of everybody, but that has changed sometimes. So here we go, the benefits of Cabbage with the power of American Express. Cabbage will offer a broader set of cash flow management tools of millions of businesses and so forth. So we see there. Now we can scroll here into the line of credits and learn more. And from 1,000 to 150,000, so similar to the ones we've seen on this list already, is what you can get approved for. And quick application, flexible access, and you get secure data with straightforward fees. When you draw from your line of credit, you'll pay a monthly fee on the amount you use, and only during the months you have an outstanding balance. There is no prepayment penalties on that whatsoever. And here's Tony saying, Cabbage makes it easy. I got approved and was funded in a few clicks from Coastal Concrete Construction. And how long does it take to be approved? As long as you meet the eligibility criteria, it can be very fast in a matter of minutes. Your identity and bank account, in some situations, you need to perform additional steps. What type of loan does Cabbage offer? And each draw on the line is a separate 6 to 12 months or 18-month installment loan, depending on your eligibility. And one thing I didn't mention too much about like Fundbox on the last ones is this, I believe still it has a higher time draw. So like it might be going over 12 months. It has less than funding. You can get up to like 150,000 or so, but the time may be a little bit longer and extended. So just expect that. And then many solutions right here to go through. So Cabbage is another one that's made it on this list. Now let's go with our last two and we'll close out on this video. And we have Lendio, and they are an online marketplace. You're probably like, oh no, Lendio, I've heard about them. No, it's nothing really bad. What you get to do with them is at least compare the offers that are on the table for you. So you may be matched with some of the ones I've mentioned already on this list. However, they give you a lot of different things to compare. And if you want to compare different business lines of credit as well as other types of loans, then again, my information will be down below with the videos and everything, as well as I've done reviews on other companies out there like Merchant Maverick, who does comparison reviews in the financial space. So make sure to refer to that content. It'll be in the description box again. So loan types, check eligibility, financial insights, as you can see all there, loan types, business line of credit. They offer a lot of different ones too for shopping around. Loan amounts up to 500,000. So one of the ones that is a lot higher. Loan terms, 1 to 2 year maturity. So you're seeing a little bit of a longer duration there. Time to funds is as soon as 1 to 2 weeks. So it can be a little bit longer. More or less, interest rates as low as 8 to 24%. So I would say a little bit more on the higher end there, but it's all about what you can qualify for. So they are going to also look for a specific type of a client. If they see what's happening with payment history, revenue, time in business, and little things like these that add up, like your personal and business credits, and they don't see the right match, at least they'll give you different offers and they'll show you, okay, what else is out there. So you can see things like they offer from Cabbage as we've gone through, Blue Line, Fundbox, GoKapital is another one to look at and how to go through them if this is the direction. But again, it's more of an online marketplace. I'll put this one on the list so that you can see different options that are on the table as well. So let's continue to our next one here. And we're going to go with ARF Financial. Now, ARF Financial made it on this list because it also is a specialty in hospitality, in the restaurants. You do salons as well as other industries included. But they offer a great amount here, and they offer great options on the table. So let me go down here. Let me just show you very quickly. Over 1 billion have been approved since 2001. So you see the maturity of this business, unlock your business's potential. What is a business line of credit? As we've already gone through. They have our 90-day COVID-19 guarantee, allows you to borrow with confidence. The biggest difference is their guarantee caused by the COVID-19 mandatory shutdowns, capacity limitations, social distancing are obstacles. Their 90-day COVID-19 guarantee gives you the confidence to borrow now, knowing that at any point during the term of the loan, you can request a 90-day payment reduction and only pay the interest. This guarantee combined with their flex pay loan and unsecured line of credit is just what you need to overcome uncertainty and invest in things that will help you conquer throughout those times. And getting approved for up to $500,000 and receive 24-hour access to 5 loan drafts for the next 6 months and only pay for what you borrow. So here are just some of the benefits. Quick online approvals and funding in as little as 5 business days. Loan amounts are available from $5,000 to $500,000 with no collateral required. The interest you pay, it's tax deductible, further lowering your cost of the funds. And then early payment payoff options are available on the table for you. And then fast and convenient, low fixed payments, unsecured terms, keeps you in control, as you can see there. And just a little bit more what you can use it for. How to apply is a little button there from Trustpilot. What are people saying? And I've done an individual review on this company as well. I'll link it down below in the description. You can use your line of credit loan calculator to find out how much you can qualify for. So if your annual sales are at $2,550,000 and your time in business has been 30 months and your FICO score is a 701, let's see over here, you can calculate that. But we'll put your homeowner, yes. No for bankruptcy, and then calculates what that will look like in the 12th month, the 18th month, and so forth. And you can get approved for there. And then you can use that calculator once more to go through all of it. All right, so that is going to conclude everything in this video that I wanted to go over. Just want to see one more thing here. Stick with me. And if, you know, want headway capital, that's another option. It's a little bonus one that I wanted to throw in there for you. A true line of credit for your business. And then easy application. See if you qualify in minutes. Fast funding, move money as soon as tomorrow. Save on interest, no prepayment penalties. A little calculator here, 50,000. What's repayment term works for you? Up to 24 months. And then how often do you want to make the payments, weekly or monthly, depending on what you can get. And this is the $883 there is what you would expect to be on that weekly basis. So the headway capital difference, longer payments repay over 12 to 24 months. And you see that's available with the line of credit and the term loan, not the merchant cash advance. Flexible schedule, the yes on that one, not on the other ones, just from weekly and monthly repayment options. Draw when you need and pay interest only on funds drawn. Yes, no, no. Fast funding, receive funds within 1 business day of approval. Yes on all. Prepayment benefits, yes to the 2, no for the MCA. Trusted by thousands, excellent score here with Trustpilot. Very good professional service, very simple, straight to the point. The fastest in business line of credit I've ever done. Everything was explained well, and their business partner you can depend on. Those are in there. But you can see that option is also on the table for you. And that should conclude everything in this video. Also, if you're looking for an alternative outside of a business line of credit, then I recommend a hybrid of a merchant cash advance company. It's not directly an MCA, but somebody like David Allen Capital Link that can get you up to $2 million incredibly fast within a day of approval, funds within 1 to 2 days, as much as a week, depending on who you are and your profile. You can even get up to 25,000 same day instant approval through their Bank Breezy up to 25K program, with just as little as 5,000 plus monthly bank revenue, 6 months in business, 150 plus FICO score, business checking account, and a few other things in there. That information will be all down below in the description to view that, as well as everything else you need to learn about all small business loans. Hopefully this video came of value to you at the right time, and you're better prepared for moving forward. As we went through a lot of the options here that, again, I'm going to list down below in the description, but I've said them here and I'll say them again. There is GoKapital, you have Bluevine, On Deck, Cabbage, Fundbox, Lendio for an online marketplace. You have ARF Financial, Headway Capital, and there are more out there, but just these are some of the big ones to look at. So this will be down below. Get your application in, and if you have any questions, reach out to me. Everything will be in the description so you can learn more. And don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell notification icon so you don't miss any future videos I come out with. Oh, and before I let you go, if you haven't picked up this free 6-step pre-approval lending checklist, that'll show you thoroughly what you need to know to get approved before you walk into an application with 110% confidence and certainty. You know you will be approved. make sure to pick this up so you're not wasting any time, not any days, weeks, months, and even years having to sift through this information. This will save you a lot of that and a lot of headaches and pain of having to go through anywhere else. Okay, that'll be down there below in the description. And that is everything for me. Thank you. Bye.